Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. I've got some messages for you from last night, and sorry that it's taken me so long to get it to you. It was a fairly busy day. I hope it's treating you well. So it's December 29th, and here we go. What are the background places, he said. So I don't know if he's looking for inconspicuous sites, perhaps those places of the background that normally don't get attention, that people don't normally focus on. Someone said superior, which is higher in rank or status, or a higher quality. It's time, he said. This little blah, blah, blah. Masculine slandering you or whoever. He's really hot-headed. There's something about a transmitter. Which is to carry or send signals, radio or television, some form of communication. It could be some form of a neurotransmitter, a sender-receiver, like a microphone of the divine. A tracker they were talking about. So a tracker, maybe a need to send information. Maybe there's somebody tracking the information. Attitude. They don't like your personality. These misogynist, narcissistic masculines, they don't appreciate an outspoken feminine. And apparently you took off. Something very significant is happening. You are gifted. They're saying that there's no such thing as a savior. And there's talk going on. There's a very big meeting that was happening. Tensions were really high. There was a lot of intensity in the conversation, in the people taking part in it. There was a sense of desperation, a need to take immediate action. They're very concerned. It's like you blew the lid off their world or something. And again, apparently there are cultural differences between you and these dominator tyrants. Yeah, they're tracking you. They're very, very intense. They're very, very edgy. It's like they're strike ready. They say, she lives in the USA. They think you're a problem, an appetizer for their demon black hole, whatever lowercase g god they're worshiping. I had a vision of a woman, and she was wearing like an old-fashioned dress, sort of like you would find at the Renaissance fair, with the big wide belt, and the high-waisted skirts and the off-the-shoulder shirts. Anyway, she was tied up to a chandelier, like her back was wrapped around, like she was kind of bent backwards, and her arms and her legs were kind of tied behind her up on this chandelier. And it was like she was the light. She was the light that allowed them to see in the dark. To ourselves, this curator said. This curator, he was the human trafficker of, the trafficker of human energy and soul. Womb, ova, sperm, all that kind of stuff. This is the curator of the human farm. He wants to keep you a light source. And they want to tie you up to their chandelier so that they can see in the dark. They're very concerned because you are the opposite of what their prophecy said they should be looking for. And there are a lot of cultural differences. They don't want to accept you. You can't be managed. So they want to endorse you, but you don't fit the bill. You don't fit the bill. You've got, okay, so what they're looking for is a young virgin, brunette, sweet and pure, you know, and you have light hair and tattoos and you use plant medicine. I think you use cannabis, and they're like, you know, you could swear and maybe you're not religious, and this is just like, you just don't fit the bill. You're not what they were looking for. And they need you to appear agreeable while they plot your downfall. You're powerful, but you don't fit the role, the idea of who they want in this position. This is what happened last time, okay? They martyred you, I believe, because you didn't fit the bill. You didn't want to do what they wanted you to do. You didn't want to follow their rules. You didn't recognize their authority, and they didn't want to do what you said. So they offed you and then drank your fluids and all the stuff that these evil dark magicians do to gain your power and your gifts. And then they've been enjoying a chapter as you, presenting as you, utilizing your energetic signature and gifts to manifest in this world. These are hers, someone said, a female. So whatever these gifts are, they're yours. And they want them. They want to tie you up in that chandelier. They want to leave you immobile, unable to do jack, except be there and shine. So she said, these are hers. And she said, I don't understand why you want to put us in a desperate situation all the time. Apparently you are the purest one, but you're not the one they need. So, a side note, several months ago, I heard Source tell these ones that they will never find what they need. So at 11:44 p.m., I got this message. They were talking about orgasms and hospitals. So it's like they're trying to give people in hospitals orgasms so that they can siphon that energy or somehow get a hold of that life force. I don't know what this all is about. It's an equal exchange, or so they think. They're trying to give people orgasms, get that energy, and then plug in their karmic debt. So it's like they want to take the orgasm from people that are in hospitals, and then they want to offload the karmic debt onto those who are already most likely going to transition. So they take the good energy that they have left in them, and then they put in the bad that they are experiencing here in this new chapter. They're targeting people in hospitals. They're going to take the orgasm energy, and then they're going to put in the karmic debt. So they're talking about you, it sounds like, are a direct descendant, an original. And then I heard somebody that sounded like they were at a distance, and they said, your end is here. And they were talking about this curator of human energy and soul. Your end is here. This is the same one who said, you'll never find what you're looking for. This is a specific culture that has been enjoying great advantages. She threw them in the freezer, he said. So I don't know if she tried to put somebody in a jar, throw them in a freezer, do whatever, some kind of freezer spell. It really made me sick, he said. And I think this is, tonight's read was about this person doing love magic, love spells. So it's like they're trying to do love spells on you, but they're getting sick. Or if they're trying to take somebody's orgasmic energy, they're getting sick by it. At 12:22 a.m., I heard somebody say she had a heart attack. So I think that they are in the hospital giving somebody orgasms, taking that energy so that they can replace it with their karmic debt. They're getting sick, and they're giving them heart attacks. They gave her a heart attack. They got sick off the orgasmic energy, and they gave her a heart attack. They sacrificed their savior. Could have been you. Apparently you're divorced, and you have a lot of these misogynists stalking you. Identify, they said. So they're definitely thinking of you, and they're definitely making certain or using some kind of a practice to identify you. So use caution. This curator of human life force, essence, and soul said that somebody is a hybrid. And he's talking to those entities that purchase people. They're looking for a collector's item. They're talking about telekinesis. Apparently you are very gifted. They should have done something about it, he said. You grew, you expanded through the pain. They tried to do something about it, but you just wouldn't quit. You kept expanding and growing. Grock was mentioned, and that's an Elon Musk thing, Grock. And if you Google it, Grock, I think, is some kind of a some kind of a devil or whatever. I don't know why they would call it Grock. Why ever somebody has this fancy desire to be associated with Grock. I don't know. Let's see. Grock meaning. Grock. To understand something intuitively or by empathy. Oh. Empathize or communicate sympathetically. Establish a rapport. Did you know that? Did you know that Grock is empathy? It's to empathize. Well, what do you know? To empathize so deeply with others that you merge or blend with them. You are Grock. You are Grock. Isn't that something? You are the one who empathizes with others so completely that you feel with them. You merge with their energy. That's what Grock is. But there's another definition of Grock in there somewhere that says it's some kind of a demon. Obviously, I don't think you're a demon. Animosity. They've built up a big account for that return on their actions. Enticing. Someone is feeling sexual about you and your energy. They're tempted. I'm amazed she has the strength, he said. These masculines have outed themselves as serious competitors of the divine feminine. They are enemies, intent on dominating your gifts, talents, services, and connections to source. They don't have these connections. Somebody said that on one of my videos, and I truly believe it. It's the divine feminine that has the gifts, and it's the masculine that benefits from these gifts by partnering. But they didn't want to partner with her. They didn't want to listen to her nag or whatever, have an opinion, have a free thought. So they just wanted to use the gifts is all. They didn't want to listen to her actually have any kind of authority in her life. So they've been attacking a high priestess. Could be an original hybrid. Or an original that is a hybrid? I don't know. Somebody said, scaring me to pieces. They're having anxiety. Someone that's really, really not doing well. I had the feeling of anxiety in the solar plexus. Now, this wasn't the death energy that some people like to make me transmute. It was more that I was picking up on the energy of, while somebody was saying that something is scaring them to pieces. They brutalized her, he said. This original hybrid. And now they are being scared to pieces. If I didn't give her these things, he said, and looking for us, he said. They're all dead, said another one. They're concerned about their families. And they said, something's coming in. They're talking about crossing the border. And they're concerned about the Lord. There's something about 40 and Atlantis. They know you are in the USA. They know what state you are in. And they want to move forward, but they're concerned about your security. So, okay, so that's what I got. There's where we're at with that. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.